Okay, so in our last podcast on About His Person, we just talked about the basics. We talked about roughly what the poem is about and why, and a little bit about what Simon Armitage was trying to achieve by exploring a man's identity through the objects that he has on him when he's dead. Let's look now a little bit more at the objects themselves and try and unpick why Simon Armitage has chosen them. And you'll probably find as I'm analysing this and talking about this poem, you'll notice that I'll be asking an awful lot of questions that I don't necessarily answer, and that in itself is important, and I can talk about that more later. So let's look at the first one. £5.50 in change exactly. Okay, so what does this tell us about him? Well, not very much really, does it? That he had £5.50 on him. Why? We don't know. Don't even bother trying to guess. Don't try and answer a question in an exam trying to guess what he might have been doing. Is he a precise man? Maybe this is telling us something about the precision of him, but I'm not really sure. He just had some money on him when he was dead. A library card on its date of expiry. Well, maybe that has a little bit more detail to it. Why was on the day of his death his library card about to expire? Again, we just don't know the real answer to that. A postcard stamped, unwritten, but franked. Franked means that it's been sent, because it's got the stamp, the frank, on it. So it's been sent to someone, but it doesn't have any writing on it. Is this telling us maybe something about his lack of identity? Again, we really don't know. A pocket-sized diary slashed with a pencil from March 24th to the 1st of April. Why did he slash this diary with a pencil on those dates? So it's a 1 week date. Is it the week before he dies? Is there a week of his life that he'd rather not think about? What's caused him to slash that week through with a pencil? To try and erase it somehow? What is it that happened to him? Is that the thing which ultimately led to his death? These are questions the reader's asking themselves in the way that a coroner, someone who is trying to ascertain the cause of someone's death, the way a coroner would potentially ask questions. In many ways we become a detective, searching through this body, trying to look for clues. It is a bit of a detective story, this particular poem. A brace of keys for a mortise lock, an analogue watch, self-winding, stopped. So a brace of keys for a mortise lock. It's a type of lock. It's a type of high security lock. And a stopped watch. A final demand in his own hand. Well, what's the final demand for? Is he demanding something of someone? If so, what is that thing? Maybe it wasn't answered. Maybe that caused his death. Maybe he was demanding a partner to finally admit their love to him. Maybe he's demanding that his wife leaves her partner. Again, we're just asking questions. We will simply not know the answer. The reason we don't know the answer is we can't ask the man. The reason we can't ask him is because it's dead. He's dead. In many ways, this is a bit of a one-sided conversation. It's as if we're learning these things, but we never really know the answer. And then it links again, a rolled-up note of explanation. Well, explanation for what? What is he trying to? Is he trying to explain something, or is it that someone else is trying to explain something? Beheaded in his fist, like a beheaded carnation. This rolled up note of explanation, and then something as banal, something as ordinary as a shopping list, that contrasts with this seemingly dramatic rolled up note of explanation and the drama of the final demand. That the dramatic and the ordinary everyday seem to rub up alongside one another on this man's body, and both are equally important. A giveaway photograph stashed in his wallet. Giveaway, does it give something away about him? Or was it a giveaway as in someone gave it to him in a shop, maybe a photograph which has no real meaning? A keepsake banked in the heart of a locket. A keepsake is something that someone gives you that you want to keep to yourself because it has importance to you. No gold or silver, but crowning one finger a ring of white unweathered skin. Well, maybe we're getting somewhere now. Maybe that white unweathered skin was where his wedding ring was. Maybe he killed himself, or he died because of a broken heart, and his wife maybe left him. And that was everything. So you can see there, none of these objects are obvious, but each one of these objects seems to have some relevance to his death. In the next podcast, we look at the symbolic nature of these objects.